I know I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I wanted to talk about a couple of things. I've been trying that new MMO, Star Wars The Old Republic. And this video is basically going to be Star Wars The Old Republic versus World of Warcraft. And I'm going to tell you both games have its good points and its bad points. One thing I'll tell you, I do have now a level 50 Sith Sorcerer as a healer. And to tell you the truth, I really like his heals. Leveling was fun as hell. I haven't gotten into any PvPing or anything like that, and I'm just now starting to do heroic modes on that level. But I am extremely happy with that particular tune. I like the effects of his heals. I like the strength of his heals, even though I don't have like all epic gear or anything like that. But it's I like the character. I like the way. I like the effects. Anyway. As far as leveling goes, I really do think that that Star Wars has World of Warcraft beat by far. I mean, you could sit there and want to level solo, not a problem. The only thing that can get monotonous is like myself. I have on one realm I have a total of 8 tunes. I have 4, I believe it is, that are all above 25. I have one that's 50, and then a couple more that are in the teens and stuff like that. So I got a good sense of the game. By no means am I an expert or anything like that, but I didn't want to make any judgments on the game until at least I got 1 to 50 and see what the end game content looks like and feels like compared to WoW. So, by far, Star Wars does have World of Warcraft beat on leveling because of the interaction with the non-player characters and stuff like that. Side note to you guys that do level in Star Wars, there is a way that you can turn off the cinematics, so you don't have to actually go and talk to every NPC. If you just want to cut through it quickly and go and move on, or just pressing the space bar during the conversation cuts the conversation down. So yeah, that's a side note tip. Anyway, now I do have to say this much: leveling in Star Wars and doing the heroic modes in Star Wars while you're leveling. There's these certain areas that there's heroic areas that you do. It's like dungeons. And flashpoints are like dungeons as well. I do have to say that my experience with World of Warcraft, in doing the dungeons, the way that they're set up, I have to say World of Warcraft has it beat. Now I can't say this about raiding because I haven't done a raid yet, but I plan on doing a raid soon on Star Wars. But you know, just going by the dungeons and by the flashpoints and stuff like that, I have to say that World of Warcraft still got the game going on. It still has the big edge there, which for me is the most important thing, because I'm a raider, and that's all I do in World of Warcraft. When I log on to World of Warcraft, all I'm doing is raiding. So that's that. And basically, you got my attention if I can raid. Now, but both games are good games. Okay, now let's get into another factor of the game that I do have to give it to World of Warcraft by far over Star Wars is that, at least in World of Warcraft, you have looking for group. And you also have the LFR, the looking for raid system. This way you don't have to be in trade chat. Like in World of Warcraft, you'd be in trade chat. Like, it's something similar over in Star Wars. You'd be, in the old days on World of Warcraft, you'd be in trade chat, you know, looking for a group. You're just constantly saying, healer looking for a group for this dungeon or that dungeon. And they finally came up with a good idea and came up with looking for group, and waiting to get a group going to do a dungeon or an instance is much improved and much better on World of Warcraft compared to Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars, basically you're in trade chat, just plugging away at trying to find groups, and then also the same thing when you're on whatever individual planet you're on at the time leveling, and you want to do a heroic area. You also gotta look for. You gotta put your little ad in there. This is a DPS looking for a tank and a healer, whatever. That really gets annoying at times, and it's time consuming, and it can get frustrating. So yeah, I have to give that to World of Warcraft by far. Now I know that Star Wars is going to be making some serious changes and some fixes and stuff like that. So maybe they're going to make those improvements and they're going to add stuff like that. I don't know, but they definitely need to. Another point. Oh, okay. Mounts. Let's talk about mounts. The fact that you got to hit level 25 to get a mount in Star Wars, that doesn't bother me. But the fact that it costs over 40,000 credits to get the training to be able to ride the mount is kind of ridiculous, if you ask me. It's kind of overpriced. And then there are 3 levels of mounts that you can get. You know, you get your first level, and then there's a second tier level, and then you get your third level. And each one is progressively increased in price, and it's ridiculous. And the cost of the training, once you start leveling in Star Wars, the higher level you get, yeah, it gets expensive. The same thing, you know, something similar in WoW, but in WoW it's nowhere near as expensive. Nowhere does it hurt the pocket like it would in Star Wars. So yeah, they need to work on that a bit. I would have to give that to World of Warcraft. The mounts and the prices of the mounts. I would say they're comparative to each other. They're similar in prices if you're just buying mounts. I don't know about rarity of mounts and stuff like that. What else did I want to cover? Guys, I think that's all I have this week. I'm sorry I haven't put out any videos, and sorry for the scruffy looking. This is the first time I do a video where I have a full beard like this, but I'll be going back to the handles. Well, that's soon. Peace.